Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Hello. Hello, Teresa Cherry. Hi, Carol Ann. Hello, Ann. Hello, Lisa Hawkins. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Donnie. Hi, Rianne. How are you? Hi, Sue. Hello, Miss Edie. Welcome. So, may look a little different to you today. I'm definitely not Kelly Cat. Hi, Barbara Ross. Hi, Mary Beth. My day is going pretty fabulous. How are you? Hi, Denise. I'm well. How are you? Hola, Ari. How are you? How's Mama? So, welcome, welcome. My name is Terry Lightsey. For those of you who do not know me, I am filling in for our beautiful friend Kelly Cat. As you guys know, she is on a beautiful vacation in Aruba. And so a bunch of us have gotten together just to keep her page active. So if you all can do me a favor, those of you who are on Kelly Cat's page, this video is credited to Kelly Cat on her page. Any stars that are sent on Kelly Cat's page go to Kelly Cat. Okay, so, and then if you have a chance, if you're laying in bed at night and don't have anything to watch a couple of her replays. We just really want to keep her page active for her. So you'll see myself. I'll be on here one other time before she comes back. Robin's song will be on here. Nicole, Recycle Treasures. Jenny, she'll be here as well. So we just are, trying to keep the love going on her page. So hi Trish. Hi Treese. Hello Leona. Hi, Lynn Perkins. I seen your comment earlier. It made me giggle. Hi, Sheila. Hi, Carol. Hi, Stephen Todd. Oh, Bernice. Hi, Bernice. Hi, Lori. So, for those of you who don't know, I do Craft and Chaos right now every day at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And if you are following my page and you spread the chaos and you like the video, you actually get entered for a drawing every Friday. I do Happy Mail. So anybody who's on Kelly Cat's page, if you want to come over, you're more than welcome and give me a follow and do all the things. Your name will be on the wheel actually tomorrow because today's Thursday, right? And so you can possibly win Happy Mail. And I don't know, I've heard my Happy Mails are pretty fun. I do rice papers, brushes, all the good things for you to craft with. Hi, Elizabeth. Thank you, Julie. Good morning, Jesse. Hi, Gloria. So, if you weren't with me the last couple of days, we were making candles. And we actually, yesterday, was showing them how to use the glass etching. So at the beginning right here, we are going to just show the results of what happened with the candles and the glass etching, and then we'll go into doing some decoupage and some resin and molds, all the good stuff we do over on my channel. So, hi Karen, nice to meet you. I hope Kelly Cat is having the best time. And all of us, all of her friends absolutely do not want her to worry about her page. So we're going to keep it going, keep it, keep the fire going on there. So Sue put up my Telegram. If anybody is interested, Sue helps me out a great deal. She's my internet mom. If you guys want to follow or, follow me and sign up on my Telegram, she just put that in for you. And she's really quick. She'll also be putting in links for anything that I use as well. Hi, Sharon. All right. Oh, one other thing. I do not film in portrait mode, y'all. So if you're wondering why I look tiny, it's because I film in landscape. So if you turn your device, you'll be able to see a fuller screen if you want. Some of you guys might recognize me. I do Creative Hour. I'm Decoupage Queen, social media manager. So Kelly Cat has been on with me on Saturdays on Creative Hour. And I do the same thing to her on Creative Hour and make her turn the phone. So hi, is it Carrie? Hi, Carrie. Hi, Sharon. How are you? Okay, so this is what we did, like I said, on my Craft and Chaos lives, the last couple. So we made these candles. These were just jars that I picked up at the Dollar Tree. We put some IOD transfers on the candle. This one is a totally dazzled, um, yeah, this one's totally dazzled. We put some would you bin trim around there, and then we poured these candles. And I will tell you, y'all, they smell delightful. So we poured candles, and we used Chanel #5 essential oils inside. So they smell lovely. Hi, Kathy. Thank you. So, and then to go with that, we also decoupage. These were also from the Dollar Tree, and these were just little wall shelves. So I put them together. So essentially, we decoupage these. I did finish the bottoms. So I think the blue one. Yep. So the blue one will go on here like that. So if you see me up in the corner here. So the blue one goes on that one, and then this one will go on the pink one. So up again in the corner there, if you guys can see that. So again, we made the candles. The candle making kit was amazing. It comes with everything you possibly need to make the candles. That is available in my Amazon store. And then before we were leaving, thank you guys. Before we were leaving, we were going to make a candle out of this cup. Again, a Dollar Tree cup. But a lot of people wanted to see how the the glass etching worked. So yesterday, before I left, I put the glass etching paste on the glass, and then I left it. Hey, Nicole, I left it. So I put the glass etching paste when we were live. So we were finishing up about 2:30 my time, Pacific Standard Time. I'm in California. And I forgot about it, y'all. I told you guys it needs to stay on for at least 30 minutes, but you can basically forget it. You can just leave it, let it do its thing. I didn't wash it off till about 7 o'clock my time. I told you guys I wouldn't do the reveal until I was on here with you guys. Let me find, this is just some black, so that way you guys can see. So I did not pull it off. Okay, maybe I peeked under a corner. Hi, Brenda. So what you need to do with this glass etching paste, first of all, you need to follow directions, and you absolutely need to wear protective handwear when you're putting this on and you're washing it off, okay? Think of the chemicals that are in here that are going to etch this glass. You don't want that on your hands. Then you're also going to want a self-adhesive like stencil. I showed a bunch that I found at the Dollar Tree yesterday, and then I showed a bunch that are available at Hobby Lobby. And then these are on my Amazon store. So are you guys ready? I could see it. Are you ready? Hi, Judy Stalker. Thank you for spreading the chaos. Oh my gosh, you guys. So when you wash this off, you wash it off with the stencil on there. That's why you want a self-adhesive stencil, because you put the etching paste on there and then you leave it. Look, God. Oh, now a little bit more. The paste is on there. It still needs to be washed off, but can you guys see that? So that is etched into the glass. So we will wash it. I will actually wipe off the rest because there's still some etching paste on there. So when it gets wet, it goes kind of clear. You can see that it almost looks like it disappeared, but I can actually see the etching still. Isn't it neat? So let's dry it so you guys can now see it without the little flecks of white on there, because that's just what the etching paste was. And then look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So what we did is we took this stencil and we cut it in half. And then, you can save it again. So this stencil was like a 3 or 4 pack or something like that, and it is again in my Amazon store. So let's take off the other side. And then what I thought we could do was here is, because this will be in my auction, I will put the candle in here, put the candle wax and whatnot in here. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Miss Wanda. I echo Nicole's comment, but I am going to refrain. Oh, because she needs it. Hi, Miss Linda. All right, so let's pull this side off. So this will be in my auction, and I thought what would be cool is whoever wins this, in the front here, I can etch an initial for them. Whoever, you know, if they want to keep it for themselves, or there you go. So there's the other side. Or maybe if they want to give it for, I don't know, a gift, Valentine's gift, something, I don't know. I can put someone's initial in there. And so again, let's wipe off. Is it this side yet? Let's wipe off the rest of the etching paste that didn't get washed. And then we'll dry it. It's very cool, right? Hi, Ellen. How are you? Hi, Joy. How are you? It's a very... I've used the etching paste like on the jewelry box that have the doors and have the glass doors. And I've done some etching on that. So as you can see, so now both sides are etched. And it's just really pretty. I mean, you know, it's hard to see because of it. There you go. So that side and then this side. It is, right? And then, oh, I do have it here still. So what I was showing you guys is there were, these I had gotten from Hobby Lobby. And as you can see, it says right on there, reusable glass etching stencils. And they had, you know, the alphabet, couple of flowers. But I also found at the Dollar Tree, they had self-adhesive stencils, and they would work the same way. So, you know, again, very fun to play with. You know, if you don't have self-adhesive stencils, but you have like a flexible stencil, you can spray it with like tack spray, and you know that'll work too. But you just need your stencil to stay on there while it's etching the glass. So very cool. So what I will do is I'll probably put 2 candle wicks in there, and then I actually wanted to show you guys what came in today. So I actually got some of the, it's the clear, the natural jelly wax. It's clear. So what I thought I would do was try putting some dried flowers in there and then use the clear candle wax. So I'll let you know how that fares when I do that. So anyways, that's the glass etching paste. Again, this is available at my TH Decor. And Sue had already put in links I seen. Just taking a while. I'll get there. Just resign. Too many things out there that you want to buy. Yeah. Hi, Jamie. Yeah, you know, it's fun though. So I thought today what we could do is I got this. It's from the wood pile, so it's Hobby Lobby. It's a wood tray with handle. I did put this exact tray in my description. You'll find in my descriptions, I always put all of the products that I use. And then when I finish a video, I'll update it with the products that I use throughout the video as well. Hi, Donna Sue. Hi, Denise. How are you? So I thought we could do some decoupage on this. I would like to trim it out the tray with probably some wood-you-bin trim. And then, I don't know, you guys tell me. I was thinking we can either use Rochelle or her sister, Sandrina. And these are Decoupage Queen rice papers. So Sandrina came out first, and then last spring we came out with Rochelle. So I don't know if you guys have a preference, but while I am taking off, so we are going to take off these handles so we can decoupage. We don't have to decoupage around the tray handles. All right. So Rochelle, Sandrina. Oh Lord, Sandrina. Yep, Sandrina is a favorite. Sunflowers, Judy Stalker says. So Rochelle. Wow, these are a lot longer than I thought. Sandrina, Cindy said. Sorry about that crashing sound. All right, let's put these somewhere where they won't get lost. Where's my little... There it is. Can't get to it. Help me. Oh, Lordy be. Just put it over there. Hey, Angel. So again, I did put this exact tray. It is in the description. So what's going on, Angel? Rochelle, Sandrina. I know, Lynn. Here we go again. So let me show you without the handles. So, I mean, this is the A3 size. So we're going to get the whole thing. So we're either talking roses or we're talking sunflowers. So, hi, Beth. How are you? Sunflowers or roses. I've used this quite a few times last spring. I haven't used Sandrina in a while. Rochelle is my middle name. Really? That's so cool. Packing up stuff to get ready for the live with my bestie. Oh, live. Are you doing what kind of live? Okay, so you guys are no help. That's okay. So I'm going to get ready. I'm going to get I always use my felt squeegee, and I will get my gator changed. My husband makes these trays beautiful from scratch, Lynn. That's awesome. Okay, so when we are sanding off our edges, I talk to you guys about this all the time. You do not want a harsh sander, so you don't want anything lower than a 180. I never go lower than a 180. I almost always use a 320 or 400. Oh, lots of tea. Roses are beautiful. All right, so we'll do Sandrina. Okay, so first thing we got to do is paint this background. So we are going to paint it white, and then you guys will pick out a trim, and then we'll do, if we get to it today, we'll do a controlled resin pour on this, so that way it will be food safe. Okay. I like 320. Drusy! Hi, Drusy. How are you? Barbara says the pink one. I think most everybody was saying Sandrina, which is the pink one. All right, so I'm just going to go in with my Waverly plaster. And when you're decoupaging, you always want to start out with a light background, unless you're going for, for it to be a little darker. Unless you want your image darkened a little bit, then, you don't have to do a light background. But in order to get the true opacity of your rice paper, it's better to start out with a white or light background. Drusy, how are you? I don't know how to be without the I know it's gonna be it's gonna be weird for. Is it 2 weeks, Angel? Is Monica not on? Is it 2 weeks or just this week, or just the week coming? Thank you, Beth. I will pull down that ticker in just a second. So don't forget, if you are following and sharing and liking, doing all the things, your name is going to go on the wheel. So just make sure you come back tomorrow to see. And I do that every week. I do it every Friday. I try to have it mailed out fairly quickly, but over these holidays, I was behind on things. So, but Happy Mail will start going out right away again. All right, we've got the first layer down, and let's dry it a little bit. Hi, Trina. Thank you, Carol. All right, let's pull down the ticker. Okay, so typically when you are painting wood, you lift those wood fibers and you need to sand it back, just because it doesn't feel nice to touch, and plus, you don't want it to be bumpy underneath your rice paper. So, it's not Silent Lin. I use the program that I use to stream, it blocks out all of the background noise. So you won't hear you won't hear anything other than, me. You won't hear the heat gun or anything. So I intentionally block all of my background noise. So usually when I use my vacuum or my heat tool, you won't hear it. Hey, Nikki, how are you? All right, so let's just vacuum that up. And when you're sanding, you're not going back and forth, going crazy. You're just knocking back those fibers. And it's okay if you sand some of the paint. You just go back over it again. But you absolutely don't want to skip that step because you don't want those fibers popping up. Plus, it doesn't feel good to touch either. Hi, Jill. Afraid so. It's beautiful. Hi, Lori. I'm good, quiet at work. You're quiet at work? Well, you're what? You're not at work though, right, Nikki? You mean on the computer? Are you in a meeting on the computer? Sorry, I didn't get a chance to call you back yesterday. We went to the bank and then I got home and washing clothes, and I didn't remember until later that evening. I almost called you because I would have almost bet you were awake, but I said, nah, I'll wait till tomorrow. So I'll call you today. All right, so it doesn't have to be perfect. It just kind of just want to make sure you got a good base. All right, now let's dry this, and then we could decoupage on Sandrina. Everyone is still on leave. Oh, email. Hi, Helen. How are you? First time watching me, Lori. Well, welcome. I hope you enjoy it, and hopefully you'll follow. Everybody's really great here. So yes, you did miss it, Trina. I will show you. I'll show you. So here is the etching that we did yesterday. So I've been putting this in there so you can see. So so that's the etching that we did. So it came out super pretty. And then what I will do is I will pour the candle wax in it today, and then it'll be in my auction. And because it's blank here, I thought whoever won this piece, it'll also be on a little setting. Whoever won this piece, I can also etch their initials. So yeah, it came out super pretty. It's just gorgeous, right? So pretty, so fun. The glass etching paste is so fun. It just, I keep saying it because you guys might be like, yeah, I'm not a kid, I know, but sometimes, even I do it. It's like, oh, I don't need gloves. What do I need gloves for? I'll be fine. Don't do that with this, with the etching paste. All right, so let's put this away and get I am going to use my decoupage and varnish and glue in matte. And let's get Sandrina. The candles, though, have been sitting on my desk. The ones that we poured with the Chanel No. 5 essential oils. And it smells so good over here. All right, so let's see where we're going to put this. And do we care if we get all of that writing? Well, we can get it off. It's not a problem, too. All right, let's just make sure it's not crooked. So I don't have to worry about taking off the white edges because we will get that off with the gator. All right. Okay. So I do, when I put on my glue, I do work in stages. I don't do my whole piece just in case you've got to reposition your rice paper. You don't want to have to worry about lifting the whole paper off. Because this is a flat surface, if you wanted to do, the iron technique, you could. The only time that I do the iron technique when I'm not doing it on fabric is if for some reason I see like there's a little air bubble underneath that hasn't attached real well. Then I will get the little iron out and get that part down. All right, so I love using my felt squeegee because it helps push the product evenly, and then it also makes sure you don't have any wrinkles. All right, and then I'm going to actually lift and keep on going. You haven't smelled it before, Treese? Really? My ex-mother-in-law, that was the only perfume she liked. So, of course, for, holidays or whatnot, we would always give her a refill of it. But she was really the only one that I knew that wore it constantly, but I had smelled it before. I worked in Macy's when I was younger, Christmas help. So I had friends that were at the perfume counter, and you start to smell way too many scents, then everything smells the same. The felt squeegee I got from Amazon. It is in the description. But if you give Sue 2.2 seconds, I'm sure she'll put it in the comments for you. Because that's how she is. But it's a felt squeegee. It comes in like a pack of 5 or 6. I've turned quite a few people on to it. It's amazing. I am not one that likes to use my hands to push the paper down. Just in case I have anything on my hands, or if my hands are wet or whatnot, I don't want to, risk messing up my paper. So ever since I've used the squeegee, which has been for a long while now, that's all I use. Mademoiselle. Yep, there you go. Sue just put the link in for you. If you are missing any of the links, they are also in my description. Hi, Miss Wanda. You're not late. You're never late. Sorry, I am missing some. Troy is not actually over here. I know you guys are saying hi to him. He is... Oh, now he's coming. I'm sure he'll be over here for pudding time, though. There he is. Troy, all of our friends are saying hi to you. Nikki is over here. Nikki's in the comments. You haven't seen Nikki in a long time, huh? Oh my gosh, Nikki, he is running amok every night. Every night he waits for me to go to sleep, and then he comes out and runs amok. Parties all night long. Tell you what. Well, until Nick gets home anyways. All right, so I'm probably going to need some more glue on the edges, but once we get the excess paper off, we will go back and check all of the edges. But that's one thing that I like about the squeegee, is that it does push your product evenly, so it helps. Hi, Jackie Bates. How are you? Oh my gosh, Old Spice. My dad used to wear Old Spice all the time. And my grandfather. That's so funny. I haven't thought about that in a while. All right, I'm actually going to turn this so I'm not... Yep, Old Spice. It's funny because I actually I remember, I liked the smell of it. I don't know if, I guess maybe nostalgia just, would remind me of my grandfather and my dad wearing it. But yeah, that's funny. I haven't thought about that in a long time. Alright, so we're just going to come around and get all of this excess off. I shower with Old Spice? What do you mean? Even now? So once we're done with this, it will be food safe. We will we'll do a epoxy pour on here. I thought it would be neat if we also maybe dropped a couple of pieces in the resin pour. I don't know whether it be flowers or what have you. We'll find something after we put the trim on. Sorry for all the clinking. Oh, I took the corner off. So I took the corner off down here, which I'm not too worried about. I can either put a piece of rice paper on there, or I could do some color match painting. What are you trying to tell me, son? I'm trying to hang it off of my desk and do it so that way it's not clanking and making all kinds of rowdy, loud noise. All right, so this is what she looks like. Oh, the shower gel. Okay, so I will show you guys where we, see, I'm blaming you guys, where I took off the corner down here. I'm just going to put just a little bit. So when you have frayed edges and rice paper, that's the best way to do a blend. There's actually a line down here, so I did pick up that line. So we're just going to put that right there, and no one will ever know. Okay. And then I'm actually, because I'm going to put a trim around the sides, and this piece is so little, I'm just going to fold that right down. Because if I try to sand that off later, I'll probably end up losing that piece. You like the earthy, fresh smells? That's funny. I haven't smelled it in a long time. All right, so I'm going to do the corner here. I lost both of these corners down here, and it's probably because I didn't have enough. It wasn't down with product. So when I sanded, can you guys see? I'm just doing a little repair down there too. So when I sanded, it probably just came right off. So that's one amazing thing about rice paper is you can do blends and do things, you know, if you need to continue on, if your rice paper is not fitting. All right. Now that I've got glue all on my handle. Flowery stuff is gross. It's so funny. I don't like the real flowery smells as far as like bath gels and stuff like that. I find them to be a little strong. So it just depends. All right, let's dry this and then we will find a trim. I did patch the ends. I patched them. I patched the corners. All right, so what I'm thinking is, because we're going to have to poke through and put these handles back, but along the edges here, I want to put some trim around there. So let's pull out some of the Would You Bin trim. And I don't know if I want anything really too fancy. I don't know. We'll see. Or if we want to do just like a simple kind of a rope. Yeah. They blend and patch super, super easy. You know, from the old days of having just to decoupage, you know, with rice paper and how finicky rice paper is, it's, you know, so much easier to do with rice paper. All right, so let's look at some of the trim. I don't know. So obviously we have to find a little bit close to the size. It doesn't have to be the perfect width, but I'm kind of liking that one. But also I know, yep, I do. Oh, these might work though, y'all. But look at these. So these have little bits of like, I don't know if you can see it real well, but like a flower, berry type leaves. I think that would go super pretty around there. Hi, Laurel. How are you? Hey, Shelly Stacklin. How's it going? So let me flatten these two, and then we can decide which one we should use. So this is Would You Bin. You just heat up wood you bin, and then it will form to whatever you need it to. The berries like this or with the bead on a trim, Brenda? I'll lay them both out so we can put them on here to see. So this one that I'm using is TR706. And then this one is 707. So TR706 and TR707. Let's see which one we like. And Sue just put in my link for Would You Bin. Again, all of my links are always in the description. Up on Facebook, down on YouTube. The one I'm heating right now, Sue, my daughter, wears men's scent. The candles and what my most favorite like candles have that. All right, so let's do, and again, we will bring it out with, you know, our paint and waxes. So can you guys even see, or should I bring you down? Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Come on down. Come on down. All right, so do we like the ones with just the, it looks like maple leaves almost, or do we like the one with the beaded trim? Barbara, this is not replay. You got me live. I am live. I like the one with the bead edge. This one, right? Because remember now, this is the paper. So we have Sandrina on top. Beaded trim, Natalie says. Beaded trim, Lori says. Okay, so looks like everybody likes this one. Yep. All right, so this one again is TR706. So let's get all of this other stuff out of the way. If you watch me, you know that I hate desk clutter. It overwhelms me sometimes. So I try to keep my space as clean as I can, even though, you know, we're working in like a 2x2. All right, let's bring it back out. So let's heat this up and then we will get this around there. So when you're putting wood you bin on, you want to use a good wood glue. You absolutely do not want to use hot glue. So I use Type Bond Quick and Thick, but you can use Gorilla Glue. You can use, I know Elmer's has a wood glue, any wood glue. Hi, Barbara. Oh, is this Mom Barb that I always hear Kelly Cat saying, hi, Mom Barb, when she's live? God bless you, son. I know, y'all. I'm telling you, I forget to take that alarm off. I only realize it when I'm live. Okay, so let's, yes, it is. Okay. Julie, this is a wooden tray, so it's from Hobby Lobby. It has the little handles that I took off so we could decoupage. We are going to put some trim around, and then we are going to do a resin, an epoxy pour. We'll do a controlled pour. All right, so we've got some of this heated. Let's go ahead and measure out our long side. And then we will Okay. And I always cut just a little longer. And then, you know, because you never know, right? I instantly love anything with this paper. Hi, Rose. Once again, anybody who is sending stars on Kelly Cat's page absolutely gets credited to Kelly Cat. So on behalf of her, thank you. All right, so let's do one more piece that length. And then let's get our two side pieces. So if you went up about 1/8 of an inch, would give you an, yes, it would. It absolutely would. Hi, Karen, how are you? Yep, you could. I could absolutely go up about 1/8 of an inch, and then I wouldn't have to do a controlled pour. I can actually do a resin pour to go all the way out to the wood bin, the trim. So, all right, let's get this side on here. Again, I'm always going to cut just a little longer than I need because wood bin does stretch a bit as well. But I always cut just a little longer. If you're working with a lot of trim, like if you have a large piece to do, you can actually put this on a hot plate. Just lay some foil down and just keep your trim on a hot plate, and then it will always be ready. Thank you, Karen. Can I send you the link for the trim? Sue just put it in, Karen. She just put it in. This is the 706, I believe. Yep, 706, the 2-leaf and a berry. So that's the link that Sue just put in. Okay, very importantly, when you're storing your wood bin, you always want to store it back in its coil, okay? Because it is fragile when it's dry. So if you store it like this, it's going to, you know, it's going to break. So always take a minute to coil back your trim. All right, so let's look at this. So what Drusilla is saying is if I don't even know if I can show you guys, but if I put this trim on and come up about 1/8 of an inch, so about like that, then when we pour the resin, this would be like my border. And actually, Drusy, it's about 1/8 of an inch larger, so I will just leave it and we'll pour the resin, we'll pour the epoxy all the way out to it. Did you already show the etch glass you started? Yes, I did, but I will show you again. So this is the etch glass that we did last night. So there you go. So that's one side, and then that's the other side. Ooh, it's so dirty from when I wiped it with that wipe. Hold on. So that's the other side. So tonight, hi, Callie. Tonight I will pour the candle. I'll put the wicks in, pour the candles. I did get some clear wax that I'm going to try. So that way I can drop some dried flowers in there. So it did turn out beautiful, right? Okay, so we are going to come up. So we're going to actually put this at line it up with the bottom, and it's going to have an overhang of 1/8 of an inch, which is just about the top beading. And we're going to leave it like that for when we do our resin pour. The resin will come out to those edges, okay? But because I'm going to have this come up about 1/8 of an inch, before I do that, I want to come back to my paper really quickly, because I do want to do some antiquing to it just a bit. I always do that. I want to check my edges, make sure all of my corners are down, okay? And then we also need to go back over this with just one top coating. Now, I always do a finishing top on all of my projects, so I will put a varnish on this when I'm done. I do that with all of my projects, so I don't rely on just this as my top coat, okay? But it is a good habit to do this when you're still working with your piece, just in case you get a little bit of paint on there or something. It gives you that time that you need to, you know, wipe it off with a towel or a baby wipe without ruining your image, okay? So did I say that I found a pack of essential oils? No, not a pack. I bought essential oils. I have different essential oils. I have the lavender. I have the Chanel. I have a Juicy Couture. They are all linked in my Amazon store. There is one of them that has like 62 different scents. And then another one, you know, that has all the different like perfumes that they have available. But I didn't say that I have like a pack of them. No. Mm-mm. All right. So we got that top layer down. And then I'm going to get my antiquing paste in Umbra out, and also my antiquing paste in gold. Does the epoxy coating yellow with time? The one that I have does not. It absolutely does not. All right, so I am going to get my gold. Ooh, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Let's get out the antique gold as well. Let's see if we want to do. It may have been the wax dye. Yeah, that one is the pack of colors. That's this one, Trina, the liquid candle dye. Yeah, and healing oils. I mean, any essential oils I would think would, just an oil, I think would be fine. You do that with resin too? I'm sorry, I do what, Lori? Um, Sue, there's probably two. I don't know if there's a 706.1 and a 706. If it's out of stock, it'll be back in stock. I would just do like the little selection where it says like notify me. Varnish. Hi, Miss Shauna. Varnish. You do that with the varnish too. I'm sorry, Lori. I have a bad memory. I'm not quite sure. Do I do what with varnish too? I'm sorry if I'm getting on your nerves. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm going to take my Decoupage Queen brush, and then I'm going to take a soft cloth. These are the disposable cloths that I get out of from Dollar Tree. So nice of you to do Kelly Cat's page for her. Absolutely. Thank you, Miss Shauna. Time to go now, baby. Love you. Have a nice day at work. Drive safely. Okay, so I'm going to take my antiquing paste in Umbra. And as always, I use my lid. Kelly Cat would absolutely do it for any of us. And when she asked, I know not one of us hesitated. We were like, yep, just tell us. Well, first we hesitated because we were trying to get her to take us with her. You know, to like stick us in the, you know, buy a trunk and stick us in the trunk and, you know, sneak us on. But since she couldn't do that, we absolutely said yes, that we would help her. Not even a question. You guys know, those of you who have been watching Kelly for a while, or not even, you know, she's one of the sweetest people you will meet, and she will help you any way she can. So we absolutely have no problem helping her, especially for her to be able to enjoy this amazing vacation, not have to worry about, you know, the book. Okay, so if you can just see, I'm coming in here on the corners, on the edges, because I don't like, if you can see that? Well, there's white because of the paint, but right here, how there's like this white unfinished edge, I don't like that. I like everything, top, bottom, back, and center of all of my projects to be done. So I always come, even if it's just a straight piece, with some antiquing paste and just come at my corners and my edges and give it a little bit of dimension, and, you know, just so it doesn't look like you just stuck a piece of rice paper on the board like we did. Aw, thanks, Trees. She went to Aruba. That's why we were trying to get her to sneak us in her trunk. Oh, Dana, yep, absolutely my favorite. You guys know I use Umbra on everything. All right, so if you can see, it just gives it now just a little halo all the way around. And then I'm going to do the same thing with either the gold or the antique gold, but let's open these up. Ooh, I think I'm going to do antique gold today, y'all. I usually use gold, but let's do the antique gold. Yeah, if it's out of stock, definitely check in a couple of days, because it will be back. All right, so now we're just going to do the same thing. We're going to come in with that antique gold, and I'll bring you guys down a little bit so you can see what's happening. And again, you can, God bless you, son. You can leave as much on as you'd like. Take as much off as you'd like. It's all personal preference. Let's work up here since you guys can't see down there. I have a white shirt on today for some reason. I'm asking for it to get all over my shirt. You love Kelly Cat? I know, antique gold. I love antique gold. Yeah, Miss Kelly Cat is pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. All right, let's turn it this way. And it just finishes it, right? So, you know, we want it to look handmade, right? But we also want it to look good. We don't want it to look like a cheaply made. Like, you know, we want to make sure to finish our edges, and especially if you're selling your work, these little details make a difference. All right, so now if you look, now it has that little bit of something all the way around, right? And then we will finish off and do more of this once we get the trim on. Okay, so hi, Dorothy from Arizona. Welcome. Okay, so let's heat this back up and let's get our trim on. Okay. So if you're just popping on Kelly Cat's channel and wondering who I am, my name is Terry Lightsey, and just a group of us friends are helping Kelly Cat out while she's on vacation. So you'll see a few different faces. You'll see me one more time. I think next Thursday I'll be back on here as well. But I do lives right now. I'm on every day at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 4 p.m. Eastern. Sunday through Friday right now. And on Saturdays, I am on Decoupage Queen's Creative Hour. Creative Hour. So I am Decoupage Queen social media manager. So I host a different artist every Saturday. Kelly Cat has been on with me a couple of times. Okay, so I am just putting on some of the Type Bond. And you can use your fingers, you can use a brush, whatever you're comfortable with. All right. And then let's get this on the top here. So, like we talked about, I am going to line up the bottom. And I'm going to let 1/8 of an inch come up the top. And that will be our border for our epoxy pour. Okay. So let me just make sure that's lined up with the bottom. And then when you put your wood you've been down, I'm just going to grab a silicone brush here and get off my excess. But I can tell this is a little bit higher than up there. All right. When you put your wood you've been down, you do want to heat it again so that it adheres to your surface. And Terry is an excellent host with the other people. Aw, thanks, Drewsy. Hi, Patty. What are we to do when you don't go on every day? It's going to be strange, Patty, because Trevor's schedule is icky this next term. It's bananas. And he's doing his internship. So I am going to be driving every single day except for Sunday. But remember, y'all, we had a deal, right? So I still drive him to school, but he's supposed to drive himself up and back to his internship to work. So hopefully that won't last too long. But he has night classes. He has day class. So we'll be driving up and back in the morning, then up and back in the evening. Y'all, I'm gonna go cuckoo. Can I go to Terry's Amazon without a link? I don't think so, Lynn. You have, but the link to my Amazon is in the description. You're on Facebook now, so it's in the description. Okay, so you guys, one thing that I like to do, I need to make sure that this is going to set level. One thing that I like to do, because it is a wood mixture, you can absolutely sand it. You can drill into it. You can do a lot with the wood you've been. So one thing that I like to do is whenever I'm doing any edge, I do like to kind of do like a curved sand. So let's get a gator, which I'm losing. I lost a gator. Where did a gator go? Oh, good thing I have two. You guys see it probably? Hopefully I didn't throw it in the water. So what I mean by that is, you see how this edge is it's very choppy. I'm just going to just knock that back just a little bit before we put our other piece on, okay? All right. So now let's get a side piece. We have gotten spoiled seeing you every day. I wanted to challenge myself a bit to see if I could do it every day. And it's actually been really fun. Hi, Toy Joy. He wants peeps. It's pudding time. PT time, y'all. But there's no spoon, Papas. I need a spoon. Get mommy a spoon. So if you guys are new and don't know, Troy is my son. Every live we have pudding time. And usually every live we gotta clean the glasses. We gotta clean the specs. So just give me a second. Give me a moment. How do you even see out of that, son? What is that? Glue? Oh, there's your spoon. Okay. Hold on a minute. There you go again. Taking off. I don't want the pudding. So I used to stress about it a lot when I would need to help Troy, but all of my friends tell me to stop it. That Troy, I need to help him. So you're too far. Come on, son. You got to come closer. All right. Hi, Mel. How are you? Telegram let me down. No announcement. Are you serious? Yes, peeps are already out in stores. When are you going back to an altered schedule? So I won't go back to an altered schedule until... So we'll finish up this week, and then 2 more weeks, I'll be still every day. And then after that, it's going to be, so what is that? The 1, 2, 3, the 4th week. So the last week in January. Guy, I just don't. So the university, for those of you who don't know, my son I have 2 boys. Troy is my oldest and Trevor is my youngest. This is his last year in college. He has his driver's license, but he's not comfortable driving on the freeway. And so, and he has anxiety, and I just don't feel that I should force him to drive on the freeway, and then try to, deal with a school day. He's had straight A's since the 7th grade. He works really hard. And I just don't want him to be stressed off, driving and then try to deal with school. So I've been driving him up and back. And then me and Troy, drive him up there, come back. Then me and Troy go back and get him. Well, that's in the town south. Now he's got an internship that's in the town north. So, but we have a deal that he's supposed to, I will drive with him a few times to his internship, to his work, but he's got to, after a few times, he's got to drive himself. I can relate with your son. I have the same problem. My mom did drive me everywhere that required the highway. Yeah. And, I couldn't, he has always a full load at school, and I just couldn't imagine him being, stressed with anxiety and then trying to deal with, class. And then if he's had like a hard day, then he's got to drive home. Then that'll make me crazy. Okay, so you guys know, I usually miter my edges, but what we're going to do here is we're going to curve these both to we're going to round it just a little bit because they're not naturally rounded, if you could see. And then I'm going to use the filler that I love to use, which is the Ranger paste. And then we will, we'll bring that back out to a corner, a proper corner. Hi, Amy. I'm doing good. How are you? This little piece of hair that keeps doing that is driving me nuts. All right, so I'm just going to cut this a little straighter. How about that? Hold on. And then once again, we will just sand that back just a little bit. And I need to make sure that's down. All right. So now let's get this one on. And then we will, again, you're a great mom. California high razor, dangerous. Yeah, thank you, Pamela. They're not fun. If he wanted to, see, he can't get to the university going back roads because he's got to cross over the Sacramento River. So it won't let him take back roads. Now, for the internship, he could take back roads to get there. He wouldn't have to drive on the highway, the freeway, if he didn't want to. So we will go both ways. I will show him both ways. Obviously, the back roads is longer, but and then whatever he feels comfortable with, he'll have to do, because that can't be driving him to work, y'all. He's going to be interning at he's going to be an accountant like me. So he'll be actually doing his internship at a tax firm. It's a big one in that town. It's nice. So he's hoping that they keep him. It is a paid internship, which is so exciting. But he's hoping that they keep him. The guy told him pretty much that, if he wants to stay, he'll be able to stay. So, of course, they gave Trevor the most hours. So he's going to be working all the days he's not in school, well, except for Sunday. So he'll be working Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 8 in the morning. That's why I'm like, you gotta drive yourself. 8 in the morning, we gotta leave here at like 6:30 in the morning. Are you crazy? I love you, kid, but jeez. All right. Let's take my silicone. He's watching quietly while I crochet and forgot. Oh, Becky. No problem. I do that all the time. Sometimes I'll go on and I'll be cooking or something and I forget to say hi. I visited my sister out to those interstates, scared me to death. Everyone was going 100 miles an hour, it seems. Traveler's schedule is full. He sounds like a very dedicated student, and now with the internship, it's on. Oh, thank you, Miss Shauna. Yeah, and he is on track to graduate with honors, so he's bound and determined. You know, I keep telling him it's okay, son. Just relax now. It's fine. Like you don't have to always, get straight A's, and he's just like, nope, nope. Now he says he's gotten them for so long now that it's like a challenge. He wants to see if he can finish, do it, finish with all, straight A's throughout his whole college and everything. So now it's a challenge. So, oh, really, Mel? Cool. Oh, she's 28 and she doesn't drive freeways either. Finally, her husband said she needed to drive so he can sleep. She drove the freeway. Oh my word. Now I lived in Las Vegas. Driving in Vegas is almost as bad as driving in California. You wouldn't think so, but because, well, I lived in Summerlin, but I worked on the strip, so you wouldn't think, but because there's so many tourists in taxis and Ubers, those guys drive like crazy. And, that was one thing that was a shock. Cost of living in Nevada was lower, obviously, than California, but the insurance and registration was 2.5 times more than California. It was crazy because of all of the accidents and yeah. So I don't blame her for not wanting to drive in Las Vegas. Because the taxi drivers do not give a hoot. Let me tell you what. It's like they're in bumper cars. It's crazy. And all of the honking that goes on. Oh my word. I tell you what. It's nuts. Absolutely bananas. All right. Our last piece. And then we will, what time is it? We will pull out a paint. We've got to paint these. Also, if you don't watch me, I'm time challenged. It usually takes me forever to do anything. And I don't do it on purpose. Like just now, just when I was thinking of what project to do for over here, I was like, oh, we'll do something simple. Yeah, I did too. I never had a problem, but I also, you guys know I did quarter mile drag racing, so I am, I could be pretty aggressive on the streets if I need to. All right, let's cut this off. So I didn't let those taxis push me around. You'll stay in a small town, Carrie. Yeah, the town we live in now is a small town, but you know, so when I say he's got to drive like to the next town over north or south, it's not far. It's, you know, 35, 45 minutes, you know, but on the freeway, right? It's nerve-wracking. That's enough time to be nerve-wracking. So, okay, so we've got our trim on so you guys can see. And we did leave that overhang of about 1/8 of an inch, so that way we can use that for our border for our resin, our epoxy, I should say. I just want to make sure it's sitting flat. And then what we're going to do is address these corners a little bit. Let's get that glue out of there. So I'm going to you know, kind of curve up this way and then curve down this way. And then what we'll do is we're going to fill it. And I love for my clay and anything else that I need to fill, I always use the Texture Paste Opaque Matte. And this is the Ranger. So if I have little, you know, when you're doing clay shrinks. So I always use that. The texture of it is perfect. All right, this one was cut wackadoodle. So let's round that on there. And then this one is okay. That one actually met up really nicely. There's only a bit to put there. Nap time before work. We'll catch a replay. Okay, Lee. And hope you have a wonderful nap before work. Okay, so I'm just going to get a little palette knife, and then I'm also going to use my silicone brush, and I'll show you the texture of this. It's very, like I said, I love using it for my clay. Anytime I actually need to fill any kind of gap, I always use this. So this one actually just had a little bit right there. I'm going to use my silicone brush just to push where I need it. Right here, we're going to do this whole part. Actually, it's going to fall right off. Use my finger then. Okay. And then I'm going to get my silicone brush because I don't want it to get into the beading. I just want it to fill the gap. The paper that I'm using is Decoupage Queen Sandrina. Sue will put or has put links in, but I will also add all of the links in my description when I'm done. You didn't take your pudding either, baby boy. Your pudding. Look. You want me to open your peeps? Your peep-a-deeps? But yeah, you forgot your pudding. Pudding pie. All right, so let's get this. Clean that up. So the silicone brush will mimic like your finger. It won't put too much pressure, but it'll get in those little areas that you can't get to. So I've sent a few of you have these now because I try to send them in Happy Mail as well, as long as I have them in stock. And I always try to send at least one of my favorite brushes that I like to use in Happy Mail. All right, so you can see that corner's done. And then we have, and this also dries very quickly. It's not like you have to wait, you know, hours and hours to paint over it. We will actually paint right over it in just a few minutes. So again, I'm just going to take my silicone brush and clean up and then flatten it. Okay. All right, here we go. Washington, D.C. is hard to drive as well. Really? See, I've never been, I mean, as far east as I've ever gone was Chicago, and that was for work. I've lived in Hawaii, Arizona, Nevada, California, and I think that, Utah. I've been to Utah for work. But I've just Oregon, I have been in Oregon, sorry. But in a little bubble, it's like all West Coast. Do you have your own shop besides all the linked stores? My own shop, like my own store. The only store that I have is on Etsy, and that is for my albums that I've made. But no, I don't have, I'm not a retailer for anything. Not yet. Okay, so we have our trim on. Let's get a color. What color are we thinking? Do we want to go a dark color? Do we want to go... I don't want to pick up a pink, plus Sue will scream at me. But do we want to do like a green, or do we want to do a brown? Thank you. I wasn't going to crackle it. No, I was going to leave it. I was going to leave it alone today. I know it's hard to believe, but I was actually going to leave it alone today. So, I was thinking, like, we have khaki or we have thorn. I'll let you guys choose. Do you guys want, this is falcon brown, this is thorn, and this is khaki. Come on down. Do it pink. You are fibbing. You are fibbing. If I did it pink, you would murder me. I know it. Too many choices. This is absolute. Thank you, Amy. Brown so the pink and green can pop. Green's for me. Olive. The brown is good, or khaki. You like the khaki? No, a light vintage pink is gorgeous. Thorn. Middle. Olive. So this is thorn. Y'all are no help. That's thorn. That's how it really looks. And then this is khaki. I see what you're saying, Patty, but it actually is not. Hold on. Hold on. Wrong one. Wrong one. It looks like a blue tone, but it's not. Thorn, 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 thorn. Okay, I think you guys want thorn. All right, let's lighten that back up. All right. And don't forget, well, if you don't know, I never just do a flat paint, right? So we're not going to just do a flat paint. We will also give it dimension and all that good stuff. So, all right, let's get our angled brush here. So this is Decor Paint Chalky. This is a chalky paint by Pentart, and this one is in Thorn. And I will show ya. So that is what we're looking at, and I'll bring you out. Okay. So we will get this as our base down, but we will also do some pretty highlights and dry brushing to this as well. So we will be able to mix in all the colors. We won't just, you know, we're not going to leave it flat thorn. A white wax over the thorn would be lovely. Yes. Yes, absolutely. So I was not going to crackle Sandrina, but I will let you guys give me your opinion and tell me what you think. Do you think we should? What I was going to do was put the chameleon varnish over her, which if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, we have a gold chameleon varnish. It will not alter or change the color. It will just give it a little twinkle. I was going to put that on. So that's what we look like with that. The color is very pretty, right? I will come in with a detailed brush and get the upper ridge here because it is going to be seen. So we are going to need to do it. But I won't torture you guys with doing that. I will do it off camera. So I will be back tomorrow at the same time on just my page, though. I do stream on a few different platforms. So I'm on YouTube, Facebook, and tomorrow will also be on Instagram, I believe. So it's pretty hard to not find me. But if you want to sign up for my Telegram, you can definitely do that. I always notify about 15 minutes before I'm going live. Is Sandrina the name of the paper? Yes, it is. Sandrina is the name of this paper. And because you can see right here, it says Sandrina. So that is the name of the paper. It's Decoupage Queen, Sandrina, and I use the A3 size. It's gorgeous. Now what we'll have to figure out is, because if you guys remember, these handles are pretty basic. They're just black handles. I'm wondering if I should put some bonding primer on them and paint them the thorn color. What do you guys think? Because I could put bonding primer on them as soon as I'm done here. And then we can paint them the thorn color tomorrow. Because the bonding primer will have sat long enough. Or do we leave them black? Yeah, you're sure you'll show up late? I'm telling you, Miss Wanda, you're never late. I always just appreciate any time that you're able to spare and visit with me. I know time is precious and it goes by super quick, so you guys just being able to spend a little bit of your time with me, I always appreciate, and especially since I've been on a lot lately, I really appreciate you guys. Speaking of, also, if you're not aware, I do have a group called Crafting Chaotix, where you're able to show whatever you are working on, whatever that may be. I mean, if you're knitting and you want to show knitting, if you are beading, if you're doing, whatever your craft is, you're more than welcome to share that in the group. But more importantly, I do a mix and mingle once a month. So I do a free Zoom once a month where we all get together and meet up and chat, craft, ask each other questions, get some advice on projects, or just, laugh and be silly. So if you are interested, I'd love to have you over there. Also, it's fun meeting you guys and being able to put faces to the names that I see so frequently. But if you don't want to be on camera, you absolutely don't have to. You can join just by voice. Or you can just be in comments. So you do whatever's comfortable for you. But the room, I usually open the room for at least 4 hours. So it's fun. I can't wait. The next one will be not this Sunday, but next Sunday, the 14th. Okay, Patty. Thanks for being here. Set my alarm for 4 tomorrow. Thank you, Trish. Thanks, Julie. A dry brush in the gold, you mean? The outside? The trim? We could definitely do that. So I've kept you guys for a while already. So once I'm finished doing this, I will let you guys go. We'll come back tomorrow. We will finish up the detailing on the trim. I will do the bonding primer on the handles so we can paint the trim tomorrow, the thorn color. And then we will do the epoxy pour. I will do that with you guys tomorrow as well. And see if we need to do anything else to this. When I do get offline, though, I will go in with a detailed brush and come into this inner lip here that we did leave for the resin border. So, okay. Is Ronnie here? Good gravy. Hi, Robin. So, this is what we have so far. We have Sandrina. We have put the trim all the way around. We painted it in thorn. I will put bonding primer on the handles, and then tomorrow we will paint these thorn as well. And then we will do the epoxy pour. So if you'd like to come back tomorrow, that's what is on the schedule. since I've taken so much of your time today. But again, I don't know why that's still on here. I thought I took it off, then I put it back on. Anyhow, so I can't wait to post pictures of my first journal. Ooh, awesome. So those of you, Kelly Cat, oh, yes. Hello from Aruba. What are you doing here? You're supposed to be taking it easy. Taking it easy. So, anyhow, thank you for being here. Again, if you want to come back tomorrow, we'll finish up the tray. I'm gonna go. I will not put these down. I'll go right outside. I'm gonna use our Pentart bonding primer. You know my spiel. Anytime you use bonding primer, you need to wait 24 hours. Once again, if you have a minute to go on the Kelly Cat's page and maybe like a few pictures, watch a couple of videos you didn't get a chance to watch, please do so. Show some of her videos and some of her other pictures some love. We just want to keep activity going. Again, you're going to see Robin's song, who's here. You'll see Nicole's Recycle Treasures. You'll see Rose House Crafts. You'll see me again. So thank you for spending time with me today. I hope you all have a great rest of your evening, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Talk to you later. Bye.